So why is it that every time a black person says or posts anything about slavery, comments below are usually saying things like black people sold other black people? Listen, that is irrelevant. That is literally how power works. Do you think that this very powerful rich white men would go into the inland and catch the actual slaves themselves? Of course not. They employed the Arab slave raiders to do the dirty work for them. And those Arab slave raiders would actually have their arrangements and their henchmen to do stuff for them. And sometimes they literally just went out and caught the slaves themselves. But don't tell me just because a black and scrupulous man captured his neighbor or whatever and sold them into slavery, that doesn't take away from the argument that slave trading was a white mercantile. That is what it is, and it's there for all to see. This is why we have black people in the Caribbean. This is why we have black people in America. So therefore, you saying, oh, okay, yes, we did that, but black people sold other people, that is irrelevant. Jeffrey Epstein had women do the dirty work for him. This is how power works. Power works by getting actually people who look like the people they're exploiting to do the dirty work for them. And this argument, every time you hear anything to do with this, people are always like, oh, black people sold other black people. But that doesn't take away from the fact that that was basically a white thing. I'm sorry. It's history. It's there for all to see. And this is a counter narrative. There's no counter narrative. Slavery is slavery. The reason there are black people in America was because of slave trade. The reason there are black people in the Caribbean was because of slave trade. And it was not done by those poor Africans who were given an incentive to go off and catch their neighbor. That was not the argument. The argument still remains that those powerful merchants that bought Africans were, white.